General Peters, it's pretty extraordinary. I mean, if this reporting is correct, that the Secretary of Homeland Security was told not to bring up preventing further attacks on the United States to the President of the United States, essentially because his ego couldn't handle it, didn't want to hear about Russian interference.
Well, I think that's the standard line. This is about 2016, about the legitimacy of his election. We're looking backward, but I believe that Donald Trump is looking forward to 2020. I mean, he can read the poll numbers. He's not doing well. His negatives are very, very powerful. And if the Democrats don't self-destruct, which they are perfectly capable of doing, he's going to be out of office in early 2021. And think what that means. If he doesn't win re-election, there's not just a new president, Anderson. There's a new attorney general. There's a new secretary of the Treasury, a new director of the IRS, perhaps a new director of the FBI. And once he is out of office, the senators can't help him, even if the Republicans maintain the majority in the Senate. He's going to be in the hands of the courts. And it does appear that there's going to be plenty to follow up. If he's not in prison, he'll be in the courts for years. So I really believe that Donald Trump is stonewalling on taking effective measures to prevent our electoral system because he wants Russian help. Like, he'd take Chinese help. He'd take help from Albanian folk singers. He is desperate to win. And by the way, if he doesn't win in 2020, you're going to see the ugliest departure from the White House in American history.
So, what you're saying is that it's not just about ego. It's not just that any talk of Russian interference he hates because in his opinion, it questions the legitimacy of his victory. But you're saying he needs it or wants it to happen again to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly his ego's all.
Whoa! Hi guys, Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's it going? Y'all good? It's election day. Election day, guys. And here we have the Thunderdome. That's right, guys. The Thunderdome. 2 men walk in. Only one may leave. Dun, dun, dun. It's crazy, isn't it? Well, let's check out these wonderful... Actually, I don't really care about... the early voting results already came in. Of course, Joe Biden is up in every single category with every single state. But of course, Republicans are traditionalists and they don't really vote until today. So, who cares about early voting results? I prefer to dig into the social medias, see what's going on with the distractions. Yes, guys, distractions. So this is perfect. It's the perfect time for distractions. It's the perfect time for symbolization of the out of touch with reality, hyper-partisan nonsense that the oligarchs who actually run this country assort to vomit out. The distractions in order to, hide the fact that they're extracting the wealth and resources of the middle class and the lower class. Extracting the wealth and funneling that wealth to the top 1/10 of 1%. And doing this by, what they always do. Taking politicians, making them puppets. The puppets write the laws funnel the money up. But I just wanted to talk about two distractions that are all up in this grizzle. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, so the left, as you can see, you got Mr. Cooper over there with CNN talking about how he wants to. He's not going to leave office. This is not going to be a peaceful transfer of power of Trump, because he's a dictator. Remember, he's a danger to democracy. He's a threat, and he's a terror. Right? He's a big orange menace. So the lefters, and they're not left. The corporatists, neoliberals are saying that Trump won't leave office. And the right is talking about how Joe Biden's a radical leftist. And how he's going to inflict socialism upon the world. Now, of course, both of these views are completely out of touch with reality. In reality, Trump is a bumbling idiot. But he doesn't like the military-industrial complex, and he's stubborn as hell, has his own money, and he's already had these puppets try to do his bidding, and they fail. So that's the whole reason why he became president, guys. He decided, if you want something done right, you better do it yourself. So now we have the incumbent oligarch, and with Joe Biden. Joe Biden, let's see. Looking back at his history, Joe Biden never do anything radical leftist. No, not really. More like capitalist. I mean, he was paid by the prison industrial complex, the credit card industry, banks. He was a huge cheerleader of Obama bailouts. When Obama bailed out in 2008, the banks, the Wall Street people, and the military industrial complex. He's pretty much for corporatist capitalism. That's Joe Biden. Who's he going to put in his cabinet? Well, who Barack Obama put in his cabinet? Barack Obama put in his cabinet. You guys don't really know this, but it's actually common knowledge if you just research it. So Barack Obama got an email from Citigroup. They picked his entire cabinet. That's why Mr. Geithner was in that cabinet. And that's why a whole bunch of other corporatist neoliberals were in that cabinet. Who's Joe Biden going to have in his cabinet? Jamie Dimon? Some lobbyists from some big pharma? None of this sounds super, super radical left, does it? No. But I was on Facebook, I heard a partisan rant. Listen to this, guys. I hope everyone knows that the lefts are planning to put 3 people in a raft that only holds 2 people. They're going to sink us all. When will people realize that trickle-up economics will never work? When will people stop and realize that big government leads to socialism? At what point do people wake up and realize that nothing in life is free, except the air that we breathe, the choices we make, and attitude we carry? That's poetic. If your life or the cities you live are in shambles, well, people do have the choice to vote for elected officials to make that change. Vote, make your count today. Well, that's nice, except a few things. One, lefts. Joe Biden's never done a left thing in his life. What are you talking about? Socialism. Again, the only socialism going on is the socialism for the rich. It's corporate socialism that's going on, guys. So, trickle-up economics. When have we ever tried trickle-up economics? When have we ever tried to give poor people more than they could possibly ever make in a year and give it to them lump sum and see if it trickles up? That's never happened ever in our history of our country. The only thing that's ever happened in the history of our country is trickle-down economics. That started with Reagan. Reagan started a whole bunch of things. Just say no, la 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 la, HIV, I don't see. Yeah, but he never started trickle-up economics. That's never happened. So, yeah, I don't know what the partisans are talking about when they're talking about radical lefts, socialism, or anything of the like. Because once you see Joe Biden's cabinet, you're going to understand that these guys are corporatists. That's all they are. Corporatists. Nothing more, nothing less. What is Trump? Trump is the corporation. We've got the corporatists versus the corporation, my friends. The corporatists versus the corporation. So, man, where did that video go? Man. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, malfunction. Malfunction. Please hold. What was I gonna... God damn it. Oh, yeah, here we go. So anyway, everybody's pointed this out to you guys. Ron Paul pointed it out to you. Ralph Nader pointed it out to you. Bernie Sanders pointed it out to you. Everybody's pointing it out to you guys that there's no radical left. There's no orange menace. There's only the corporations and the corporatists. I don't understand.
You know, the question has been raised is whether or not our president is a socialist. And I'm sure there's some people here that believe it, and I know this conference has talked about that already, and I think it's very important, and he deserves a lot of criticism. But, you know, in the technical sense, in the economic definition of what a socialist, no, he's not a socialist. What he is a corporatist. And unfortunately, we have corporatists in the Republican Party, and that means you take care of corporations, and corporations take over and run the country. We see that in the financial institution. We see it in the military-industrial complex. And now we see it in the medical industrial complex, who runs medicine.
Wake up, guys. Wake up. The owners that really own the country, this is their election. And I'm going to give a prediction right now. I say 538 electoral votes go to the oligarchs, while you guys go insane in your various ways. This has been a Tommy Nation Politics Report. See y'all tonight.